Well, we got the OG on the lift. Trying to get the brakes to work on this thing better. Get everything upgraded, replaced. We got new calipers in those boxes. New rotors. I'm pretty sure this rotor is probably the original one off the driver's side, because we had a broken bolt in the spindle here for a caliper bracket. It's been broken for a long time. It's all seized in this thing now. I think I got it loose out of the spindle, but I need to get a bolt off one of the parts trucks and finish drilling this hole out. So I came back with a drill index to keep stepping it up, try to get that thing out of there so I don't have to replace this whole spindle right now and all the brackets. This thing got so dirty when the power steering box went bad. It just started dumping oil everywhere. But we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure passenger side, the caliper is seized up. Pretty sure I replaced these hoses at some point here, but this one's got both of its bolts and nothing's broke on this side, so hopefully they come out of there. Dust shield's seen better days, huh? But we're trying to get some ooh, might need to do some more patching on this bad boy too, huh? She might be getting a little dangerous over here. Alright, we'll get back to the other side and see if we can get this bad boy drilled out the rest of the way. As you can see, we had to cut the bracket off of it, a couple different pieces, some chunks. I was trying to save the bolt and hammer it out with an air hammer and everything else, man. That thing is stuck in there, so we gave up, started drilling. Well, we got it moving. After some MAP gas, getting it red hot, and this tapered down punch I made on the lathe to go through there, and then it's got a step in there. Now I got the punch is kind of stuck in there, but maybe we can get it out. Definitely moving though, so that's good. But now our punch is stuck in the bolt. This curved. Probably gonna have to cut this nipple off here, and maybe I can get it out of there. I know, get a bigger hammer. Trying not to destroy everything else, like my threads on my spindle and my backing plate and whatever else I got here. We got it moving now. Maybe I'll just cut this tip off and see if we can get it out of there with a pair of vice grips, right? Use the punch to punch this back out, and then see if we can get that out. it goes. Okay. See if we can get that punch out of there. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Phew, that thing's hot, boy. All right, there's the punch out. Come on, bolt. Get out of there. There we go. Come on. Buy an old truck, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Wow. Might have finally got it. And we salvaged the bracket and the spindle. So that's good. I actually have a two-wheel drive parts truck, but I ain't trying to steal parts off unless we really need to. That thing's super crusty, huh? Alright. Can't really touch it. That thing's on fire. Hey, there it goes. Alright. Well, that only took 2 days. Ow, it's hot. Well, we ain't good at center drilling that, but the little step we put in there with the punch that we made seemed to work. This punch is a little soft, but it machines really easy, so comes to the rescue again. We got it. One step closer. Now we got to go home to the parts truck and steal a bolt, because that bolt is kind of, here's the bottom one. We need that top one. It's a lot longer than this to go through both these brackets. This one just goes through the single bracket, or I mean the spindle lug. This one, this inside lug that it was stuck to, is actually part of the tie rod end, which is a whole nother, see the bracket, but look at the nut on the tie rod end, if it'll focus. Oh yeah, rust belt problems. This thing needs a whole rebuild, really. Ball joints, top. The bottom ones might be alright, but definitely need to do some top ball joints and tie rod ends, inners and outers. It all needs it at some point here. But one thing at a time. At least now we can get we'll go get a bolt off the parts truck. Hopefully they'll come out with an impact and get this thing back together finally. It's been up on the lift for a couple days here, fighting with this one wheel. It's another thing with these four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. You basically you have to take the hub off in order to change the rotors, because the bolts are here on the back side. So at least we don't have to change the bearings and change the hub. We can use all the old stuff, so that's good. We get that bolt out. We win, buddy. We win. Somebody come clean this garage up. Jeez. guess we definitely got to come back with some Roundup because this stuff is getting out of hand. I don't know what kind of vine this thing is, but it comes out of the woods every year and just attacks me. Jeez. What do I do with the caliper bolt? It's in there. It's stuck. Probably should clean that up too, I guess. Oh no! How do I get this anti-seize all over me? Oh, from the rag. That stuff will go everywhere, man. I forgot I wiped it off in that rag. put it all right on my hand anyway. Dummy. Alright. This should be good. Oh. Get some rags down there. Suck it up. Well, there's one side down. I guess we'll go do the other side now. Get these front brakes finished off here. Then we got to bleed them. Coming out now. Well, we got this side put together. This side came apart pretty good. The bolts for the bracket definitely did fight coming out, but I got them out, luckily. You know, they didn't fight me too bad. Seems like the hoses are good. We got these to gravity bleed back out, so that should be good there. Get somebody over here to help us bleed these brakes and adjust these rear brakes. We should be good to go for a little while on this bad boy till we want to rebuild the steering in the front. Some of these small Japanese trucks, they have this thing. It's like a proportioning valve on the back of the suspension, and it's this lever here. This lever right here attaches to a bracket. I don't think it's on the rear anymore. I got rid of it. Maybe it went here with an arm. And as the suspension would go down, you know, as you would load the suspension, it would add more brake power to the rear brakes. Well, these things are pretty much unattainium. My buddy had one on a Toyota, and I think he found one, but he had to order it off eBay. They don't really carry them through Rock Auto anymore. There's a couple companies on eBay. I really don't want to mess with it because look at these brake lines. That's a whole nother 3 days of work right there, probably. All right, I would just abandon all these and just run new ones, but still, we still got some frame issues, obviously. It seems like it's holding up pretty good with all my patch jobs I did over the years. Really, it was only one time. One time I took the bed off this thing when I first bought it and rebuilt all this. This is all new metal, the whole frame boxed, because it was just Swiss cheese and a sponge. But anyway, I don't really want to mess with this thing any too much, but there is a nut here to adjust it. So I'm wondering if I can get a little bit of pressure on it like this. Just a little bit. And see if I can get some fluid going to these back brakes, because right now they get absolutely zero. So this thing hasn't had back brakes in years, and pulling trailers is not a good idea, especially with no back brakes, right? But we'll see what we can do. Worst case scenario, probably going to have to, I think I can put a proportioning valve up there. The later models had one built into the front of the system. But like I said, I'm going to have to replace all those brake lines all the way back to do that. So right now, I think I'm just going to mess with that thing. Either space it up a little bit or adjust it to where it's putting a little bit of pressure and fluid through. And if it continues to leak, then I'll worry about it later. But that thing was leaking real bad when I first got the truck because that arm was still connected and it was constantly, you know, moving that plunger in and out. Maybe if we just set it at a little bit and let a little bit of brakes go through, we'll get a little bit better stopping power here. And who knows when the last time these things were adjusted. I mean, they still got plenty of meat on them. You know, they look really good. So we probably should shoot them with some PB Blaster, huh? Those little adjusters before we leave. I'll have to come back later. There's my light I was looking for. I didn't think there was enough room to reach around there with these torsion bars cranked down like it was. Get up right here. Ow. Gum tree balls. This truck probably should go to the scrapyard this winter. It's got some parts on it, needs to come off though. Like brand new brake hoses on here. These four-wheel drive fenders are good. Power mirrors. Solid back glass window. That's nice. Needs to come out. Rear differential's probably salvageable. This one bolt that we need, that actually looks really good, truthfully, compared to the other ones. This is why we keep them around, right? To save $1.47. We're winning, baby. Got mud flaps to work around on this one. Great. I don't know. Hopefully you're not blinded. Probably are. I don't know if I need to. Ain't no way that thing's lined up. Ain't no way. All right. Okay. There we go. 1 caliber bolt, 2 caliper bolts. One more project down for now. Now this thing needs a new set of wheels and tires. And a front end rebuild. Right? The manual steering box out of this truck is out of that one we just took the bolt out of. Well, that's it for this one. She still needs a little bit of work here and there and everywhere, right? Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. See you guys on the next one. Trying to keep my nice set of SE seats in good shape. The SE door panels. We're doing big things in this. Woo! OEM plus, baby, right? Well, reverse lights are still working. You can see what some of these back window gaskets actually do. Look at this one. Look how much this one has shrunk. Literally like 2 inches, right? Water just pours right in here. I don't know. We're going to have to do something with this. We need to take the bed off and put the solid window out of that other parts truck in here with the gasket if we can get it out without it falling apart. This one is jacked.